Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, I had to shut my screen door. So good morning, everybody. So welcome to Pro Truth and Provoking Thought. And today is February 9th, if I'm not mistaken. And today is day 8 of the series. Good morning, sis. How are you? Good morning. Today is day 8 of the series. I'm a day behind because I was supposed to come on yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to. So today is supposed to be day 9, but today is day 8. And then if I get a chance when I get off here, then I'll do video 9. I may have to try something different, y'all. I don't know, because Carly is not happy on today. So I may have to bring her in here because she's just don't want me to be great today. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. No, don't mess with it. Let's see. So let's see. You gonna be good? So yeah, if Carter don't let me be great, I'm just gonna have to maybe reschedule day 8. I don't know. The joys of motherhood. So she might act right. Let's see. You gonna tell the people hey? Huh? You gonna tell them hey? You gonna be good? You gonna let me do my video? Huh? Ma'am, you gonna let me? You got cheese puss everywhere. Okay, so like I was saying, today is supposed to be day 8 of the series. Chantel say, "Hey, Miss Carly." Today is supposed to be day 8 of the series, right? So like I was saying, today is February 9th, but today is day 8. So today is supposed to be today's video is titled "In Idolatrous People." Y'all forgive me, and I'm sorry. I was supposed to come on yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to because I just been having a lot going on, just working and with the her and everything. Woosah. Okay, so today's I'll just say video 8 is titled "In Idolatrous People." So if you watch day 7 was the covenant, okay? The covenant, and I think the day before that was the Exodus, and I think the day before that was let my people go. So today is an idolatrous people, and today will be day 8. If I get a chance, I do day 9 when I get through with this one, just so I can get back on track with the schedule. I'm sorry I didn't get to come on yesterday, y'all, but I just been having a lot going on, as y'all can see. So hopefully Miss Carla let me be great. If not, I'm gonna have to try to get back on track. So anyway, if you've been watching up until this point, we know that God used Moses to lead the children of Israel. They didn't ask you. God used Moses to lead the children of Israel out of the land of out of the land of Egypt. And we know that they were up under slavery, up under the rulership of King Pharaoh, who was an African king who is an Egyptian, or was an Egyptian. So you gonna let me be great? So anywho, yes. Okay, you got me all discombobulated all over the place and stuff. You end up crying, I couldn't even concentrate or whatever. So anyway, so at this point now, at this point in the series, Moses has led the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, and they are supposed to be journeying on their way to the promised land, the land that God has promised them, their heritage, their land. So they are journeying to the promised land, and so we're going to get into that. So today I'm going to be coming from Exodus chapter 32, starting at, let's see. Well, first, let me backtrack a little bit. I'm going to go to Exodus 31, starting at verse 12. So at this point, they've already come out of the land of Egypt. They have, agreed to the covenant. They said that all that the Lord has commanded us to do, we will do. So they made a covenant with the Father. Remember, I was telling you that the Father was the God of the Hebrews initially. And then because of their disobedience, because of the children of Israel disobedience, that is how salvation was extended to the other nations. But he was our God first. Okay, so starting at Exodus 31, starting at verse 12. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak also to the children of Israel, saying, You must surely keep my Sabbaths, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am the Lord who sanctifies you. So notice he said that it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations. So the Sabbath day and keeping the Sabbath day holy was supposed to be a sign to the other nations that, we are God's chosen people. So verse 14, you shall keep the Sabbath, for it is holy to you. No, I don't need your help. Everyone who defiles it will surely be put to death. For whoever does any work on it, that person will be cut off from among his people. 6 days may work be done, but on the seventh is the Sabbath of the complete rest, holy to the Lord. Whoever does any work on the Sabbath day will surely be put to death. Therefore, the children of Israel must keep the Sabbath to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations for a perpetual covenant. Notice he said that it was a perpetual covenant, okay? Keeping the Sabbath day and keeping it holy. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, but on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. So I've been trying to Google to see who actually changed Sunday, who actually changed the Sabbath day to Sunday, but a lot of people don't know that actually going to church on Sunday is sun worship. Okay, that's where the word Sunday comes from, because the pagans worship the sun. Okay, their sun god, and so that's where it came into play Sunday and going to church on Sunday. I want to say, don't quote me on it because I haven't really done any research on it, but I want to say that Emperor Constantine changed the Sabbath day to Sunday. Okay, he was a pagan. And paganism is just the belief in many gods, multiple gods, worshiping multiple gods, false gods, okay, gods with little g, G-O-D-S, small g. And that's what paganism is. And so all the other nations of people were in idolatry, in paganism, just believing in all these false gods, worshiping these false gods. And that's how we came into going to church on Sunday instead of keeping God's commandment and keeping the Sabbath day holy. So basically what they have done is profane God's holy day, which is the Sabbath day, which is the seventh day, and they profaned that day and changed it to Sunday. And most people don't know that when we actually go to church on Sunday, not saying that we, worshiping the sun because we know who we worshiping. We know we don't worship the Son, we worship the Father and His Son. But that's where you get Sunday from, because it's pagan. It came from sun worship. So we actually supposed to be going to church on the Sabbath day, which is Saturday. Okay, the Sabbath is Saturday, not Sunday. Actually, it starts from Friday evening until Saturday evening. Technically is really the Sabbath day. So we're not supposed to be going to church on Sunday. That is paganism and it's sun worship. But anyhow, I'm not going to get into all that. But as you can see that the Father said that it was a perpetual covenant. So perpetual is binding, never ending. Okay. I didn't say it. The Lord said it. He said, therefore the children of Israel must keep the Sabbath to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations for a perpetual covenant. It means binding, okay? Never ending. So, verse 18, when he had made an end of the communion with him on Mount Sinai, he gave Moses the 2 tablets of testimony, tablets of stone written with the finger of God. Okay, so moving right along to Exodus chapter 3, this is titled the golden calf. So, mind you, at this point, God used Moses to lead the children of Israel out of the land of the Egyptians, okay, to lead them out of Egypt. And so now they are sojourning to the promised land, and we're going to see what happens in chapter 32. So I'm in Exodus chapter 32. Ma'am, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't need your help, okay? Can you please? You normally let me do my videos and you chill and you till I wait till I get through. But today you just so turned for no reason. Like, what's going on? So, okay, Exodus chapter 32, the golden calf. Now, when the people saw that Moses delayed coming down from the mountain, the people gathered themselves together around Aaron and said to him, come, make us gods. Okay, small g, G-O-D is small g, which will go before us. As for this Moses, the man who brought us out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. Aaron said to them, break off the gold earrings that are in the ears of your wives, your sons, and your daughters, and bring them to me. So all the people broke off the gold earrings that were in their ears and brought them to Aaron. He received them from their hand and fashioned it with an engraving tool and made it into a molten calf. Then they said, this is your God, O Israel, who brought you up from the land of Egypt. Now, it's a whole lot wrong with this paragraph. Like, did the children of Israel just forget that Moses led them out of the land of Egypt, and God just showed up and showed out for them? He avenged them. The Egyptians, they chased after the children of Israel. Moses parted the Red Sea, and they was able to walk on the dry land. Like, all of this, Pharaoh and his army was coming behind them with their chariots and their horses, and God just completely submerged them into water. He avenged them. He led them out of the land of their captivity. And it's like, okay, they forgot about all of that, and now they are Moses went to go talk to God about the holy tablets or wherever. I forgot where he went. And maybe Mount Sinai. And in his absence, they tell him, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? So in Moses' absence, they Moses left Aaron in charge, who, by the way, was Moses' brother, okay? And so in Moses' absence, they're like, we don't know what has become of him. So they decided to fashion themselves a golden, statue. with the earrings that they had on, and Moses left Aaron in charge. Obviously, he didn't leave the right person in charge. But this is the beginning of their idolatry, and this is how I didn't actually cut off my mic. How they started going into captivity because of their disobedience and their idolatry. So, verse 7. The Lord spoke to Moses, Go and get down, for your people whom you brought out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have quickly turned aside from the way which I commanded them. They have made for themselves a molten calf and have worshipped it, and have sanctified and have sacrificed it, and said, This is your God, O Israel, which has brought you up from the land of Egypt. Then the Lord said to Moses, I have seen this people, and certainly it is a stiff-necked people. You see, we the same stiff-necked people as these people right here. We the same exact hard-headed, disobedient, stiff-necked people. I guess it's in our blood. We just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? God, they just forgot what God did for them. And just like so many times in today's society, God do things for us. He blesses us. He keeps us. And then it's like we forget what our God has done for us. And then we turn our back, and then we backslide, and we do this and do that. And we go back to living how we was living before he, after he blessed us and showed up and showed out for us. And, like I was saying in another video, God has, graced so many of us to get COVID and recover from it, and healed our bodies. And then when we get healed, then we go back to, how we was living before we got sick, and just all of these things. So God is just so good, and, he never leaves us or forsakes us, but we just hard-headed and disobedient. But God is holy, and he called the children of Israel to be a set-apart, holy people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a set-apart people. But just like in the Bible days, we the same stiff-necked, hard-headed, disobedient people. We the same people. So let me read that again. He said that in verse 9, the Lord said to Moses, I have seen these people, and certainly it is a stiff-necked people. Now, don't that remind you of the people of today? Our people, just stubborn, hard-headed, like this one right here. I ain't gonna say she's hard-headed, stiff-necked, stubborn people. There's nothing wrong with her. She just don't want me to be great because she not getting all of the attention right now. My attention is elsewhere on my assignment, and so she want to make up all this noise in my ear and don't want me to be great. I don't need your help, ma'am. But it's in our blood. Apparently we can't help it. We just a stiff-necked people. So, yes. Then the Lord said to Moses, I have seen this people, and certainly it is a stiff-necked people. Now, therefore, let me alone, so that my wrath may burn against them, and I may destroy them, and I will make of you a great nation. So the Lord is speaking to Moses. But everybody want to teach that God is just love, 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 love. But what did he say in verse 9? He said, now therefore let me alone, so that my wrath may burn against them, and I may destroy them. But all the pastors and everybody, Joel Osteen and Kenneth Copeland and T.D. Jason, not just them, it's some, some regular pastors too in the churches just want to preach and teach God is just love, and everybody is going to heaven, and they don't convict you in your sin, and you can just live how you want to live and do what you want to do because we saved by grace. We not saved through works and all this stuff. Well, but he said, now therefore let me alone, so that my wrath may burn against them, and I may destroy them, and I will make of you a great nation. He told Moses, I will make of you a great nation. But Moses sought the favor of the Lord his God, and said, Lord, why does your wrath burn against your people? Notice the emphasis on your people, whom you have brought forth from the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand. Why should the Egyptians speak, saying with evil intent, he brought them out to kill them in the mountains, to destroy them from the face of the earth? Turn from your fierce wrath and relent of this harm against your people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. It's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But remember, God changed Jacob's name to Israel. So he said, remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, to whom you swore by yourself and said to them, I will multiply your descendants as numerous as the stars of the heavens, and all this land that I have spoken of will be given to your descendants, and they will inherit it forever. Then the Lord relented of the harm which he said he would do to his people. Moses turned and went down from the mountain with the 2 tablets of the testimony in his hand. The tablets were written on both their sides. They were written on one side and on the other. The tablets were God's work, and writing was God's writing engraved on the tablets. When Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said to Moses, there is a sound of war in the camp. But he said, it is not the sound of those who shout for victory, nor is it the sound of those who cry because of being overcome, but I hear the sound of singing. Who told you to take off that bow? Hush, girl. Verse 19. As soon as he came near the camp, he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger burned. So he threw the tablets from his hands and shattered them at the bottom of the mountain. Then he took the calf which they had made and burned it in the fire, ground it to powder, and scattered it on the water, and made the children of Israel drink it. Moses said to Aaron, what did this people do to you that you have brought so great a sin upon them? Aaron said, do not. Stop. No, you cannot have that. Aaron said, do not let the anger of the Lord burn. You know the people are set on evil, for they said to me, make a God for us which will go before us. For this Moses, the man that brought us from the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. I said to them, whoever has gold, let them break it off. So they gave it to me, and then I threw it into the fire, and this calf came out. Now, Aaron ain't being completely truthful, because he told them to take off their earrings, and he used an engraving to mold the gold into a golden calf. Okay, so they didn't just hand him their earrings. Look, if you're gonna be in my life, be quiet. Hush. Hush. Hush, little girl. Be quiet. On the next day, Moses said to the people, you have committed a great sin, and now I will go up to the Lord. Perhaps I can make atonement for your sin. Then Moses returned to the Lord and said, oh, this people has committed a great sin and have made a god of gold for themselves. Yet now, if you will forgive their sin, but if not, I pray, blot me out of your book which you have written. Then the Lord said to Moses, whoever has sinned against me, I will blot him out of my book. So go now, lead the people to the place of which I have spoken to you. Indeed, my angel will go before you. Nevertheless, in the day when I will indeed punish them for their sin. And the Lord plagued the people because they had made the calf, the one that Aaron made. So as you can see, the pastors and everybody always want to teach God is just love, 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 love. But it said right here in verse 35, and the Lord plagued the people because they had made the calf, the one that Aaron made. So, you know, God is love, but God also is just, and he is holy, and he does not tolerate sin, you know, but people, they don't want to teach that. Hush, beloved. Hush, please be quiet. You can't talk over me. So, let me see. So, Exodus 33. Then the Lord said to Moses, depart, go up from here, you and the people whom you have brought up from the land of Egypt, to the land which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying to your descendants, I will give it. I will send an angel before you, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, the Hittite, the Perizzite, Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Go up to a land flowing with milk and honey. However, I will not go up in your midst, for you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way. Is y'all hearing what I'm saying? He said, you are a stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way. I'm telling y'all, we the same stiff-necked people. We descend from these. That's where we get it from. These ancestors right here in the Bible. So verse 4 says, when the people heard this disturbing word, they mourned, and no one put on his ornaments. For the Lord had said to Moses, say to the children of Israel, you are a stiff-necked people. Like this one right here. She can't help it. She's a stiff-necked little girl. So, if I went up among you for one moment, I might destroy you. Now, therefore, take off your ornaments so that I may know what I will do to you. The children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by Mount Horeb. So, okay, I'm almost done. So, Exodus 33, verse 12. Moses said to the Lord, see, you say to me, bring up this people, but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. Yet you have said, I know you by name, and you have also found grace in my sight. Now therefore I pray, if I have found favor in your sight, show me now your way, that I may know you, and that I may find favor in your sight. Consider too that this nation is your people. You see, he said, consider that this nation is your people. Okay? The nation of the children of Israel, we was God's people. We was his chosen people initially. Well, we still are, but we was just rebellious, a stiff-necked people. And he said, my presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. Then he said to him, if your presence does not go with us, do not bring us up from here. For how will it be known that I have found favor in your sight, I and your people? Is it not by your going with us, so that we will be distinguished, I and your people, from all the people who are on the face of the earth? The Lord said to Moses, I will do this thing of which you have spoken, for you have found favor in my sight, and I know you by your name. Ma'am. She want all the attention. Yes, all the attention. All of the attention. Well, can I finish? I wanted them to hear the emphasis on verse 14. Let me go back up a little bit. Verse 13. Now therefore I pray you, if I have found favor in your sight, show me your way, that I might know you, and that I might find favor in your sight. Consider too that this nation is your people. Okay, notice the emphasis on this nation is your people. In verse 14, and he said, my presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. Then he said to him, if your presence does not go with us, do not bring us up from here. For how will it be known that I have found favor in your sight, I and your people? I and your people. Is it not by your going with us, so that we will be distinguished, I and your people, from all the people who are on the face of the earth? The Lord said to Moses, I will do this thing of which you have spoken, for you have found favor in my sight, and I know you by name. What is wrong with you, ma'am? So y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one right here, because somebody just don't want me to be great. But tomorrow will be better, because she won't be here, and I can get back on track, because she's just really doing the most. So if I get a chance, I'll come back and do video 9 so I can get back on track. And then tomorrow will be day 10 of the series, and I won't have to babysit and all of it. I can hopefully have your full undivided attention. But it's just One of them days, but you know, we have our days. I have my days. I'm sure y'all have y'all days. And apparently this just is one of her days where she just want all my time and attention, and she's just not feeling this on today. She like, okay, mama, I'll let you do all your other series, all your other videos, and I'll let you be great. But today is just not a day. Then I'm gonna let you to be great. So yeah, so I'm gonna end this right here. Y'all be blessed. Bye. Say bye-bye. You gonna say to people bye? Huh? You gonna say to people bye? Tell them bye. You gonna say to people bye? Say bye, people. You gonna tell them bye? You gonna tell them bye? You took off your bow. Say bye-bye. Yeah, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.